we had an inauguration where the billionaires were, all the billionaires, all the tech billionaires were just literally standing behind the president as he was sworn in. I mean, it was oligarchy in your effing face. And I mean, there's a million things to bitch about, but I guess I just wanted to, like, what are you bitching about? What particular facet, before we get into some of the deets, are you bitching about?
I do now. You make me want to bitch about how blatant the oligarchy is. But anyway, I'm going to be bitching about the people this time around showing that they are not going to be able to call things like they are. They're not either going to understand or be willing to admit what this system of government is, what time we're in. And so I remember back to one of the
What do you mean by that? People not being able to call it what it like mainstream news outlets?
So yes, so this is going to be a thing about Elon Musk giving a Nazi salute live on stage. One of the richest men in the world. It's inauguration day, and he does a Nazi salute twice. And so it makes me think of when Sean Spicer had his first thing as press secretary. And Trump, I guess, had told him, I had more people at my inauguration than Obama did.
Yes.
And you could look at the pictures and it was like, I don't know, 6 times more at Obama's or whatever.
Yes.
And Sean Spicer was like, nope, he didn't. And right-wing media was like, nope, I'm looking at the image and Trump's got more. And it was like, oh, that's the time we're entering into, where you can just tell any lie to protect Trump's ego, and that's going to be cool. So now we have another version of that, which is, they're going to not only tell us who they are, but they're going to delight in being able to be who they are. They can literally go on stage and heil Hitler multiple times. And like the best you'll get is awkward salute or Roman salute or raises eyebrows out of the media. And then you have like the Washington Post, the whole yesterday, they didn't have anything about it. Like Jeff Bezos is there. He's obviously hitched his wagon to Trump's horse or whatever. And they didn't put up anything about it until this morning, something super brief and vague. And so that's the democracy dies in darkness, people. And they can't even identify that doing the Nazi salute is a bad thing and a bad sign.
And they can't even say to do the like controversial, stirs controversy on the internet.
Do that. They didn't even do that. They didn't even give us controversial. And then I thought, well, okay, obviously mainstream media is going to be terrible, and they're terrified of being nuked from orbit. Maybe we'll have some of the right wingers that occasionally will disagree with their own side. So like Ben Shapiro, like a week ago, he was like, hey, maybe we shouldn't like be with Andrew Tate. Maybe that's a bad thing or something. I went to his feed, and it's not only that he did apologetics for the salute. It's that he did all the, like, he kept posting everyone he saw saying, no, it's not a big deal. It's not anti-Semitic. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. He just reposted all of them over and over and over again, as if he understood the tenuous position he has in this movement. And if I were him, I would be worried too.
Tenuous as a Jew? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like tenuous as a Jew. Like when it comes to actual anti-Semitism, which, then of course the Anti-Defamation League, which says that they oppose anti-Semitism and have been for the last 15 months calling out anyone who says from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free, as calling for the death of all Jews. And it has, and is likely also been working behind the scenes to get TikTok banned, is now like, it was an awkward salute. John, when I first saw this, and we have to play it, when I first saw it, I thought, God, that looks awful. It's really bad. But maybe it's not. Maybe it is his awkwardness. Maybe it is his like unflinching dweebiness that he is unable to read his own body movements. He doesn't know how to jump. Maybe he doesn't know what arms do. And then there's 2 things that really stick out at you. He does it twice. That's a big indicator. And number 2, the force with which he does it. He actually grunts in doing it. Let's take a look.
Say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Wait. Okay. Maybe there's a save here. My heart goes out to you. So it's a heart. What else? What does he say next?
It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured.
Ooh, a Nazi salute followed by the future of civilization.
Yeah. So look, the thing that's frustrating about this.
Number two. The first one, there's a you hear that?
Yeah. Yeah. And so the one of the cover stories that they're trying to do is he's throwing his heart, because you know how you throw your heart. You do a knife hand chop while grunting and sneering. Oh, I love you.
I feel like
That's what
we
you do.
like
Yeah, nobody does that.
nobody does it.
Look, I know that Elon Musk is rich, and so he's better than us and he's smarter than us and all that. Obviously, everybody knows that. But I feel like I can be bold as a stupid poor peasant and say
Yes.
I know every step of this. He thought, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do the thing, and I'm gonna say it heart, because then we're gonna say I was throwing my heart, and then that'll give my fans who know exactly what I'm doing, and they only
Yep.
like me because I'm the sort of person that would do that. They can just say that cover story while winking, but they know what I did and they love it.
Yep.
That's the entire story from start to finish. That's all it is. And if we can't identify the Heil Hitler, then all the other stuff, the executive orders, the laws they're going to pass, all the stuff they're going to do, like, then just pack it in. Then just go to sleep for 4 years, pop your head up in 4, see if maybe the movement's unpopular enough that Gavin Newsom can beat him or whatever. And we just give up on having a functioning society. I'm
Well,
not willing
yeah.
to do that, but a lot of people are.
You know, the thing that I keep thinking is mainstream news, and I think a lot of libs and a lot of like even conservatives who are like, you know, the Liz Cheneys, the we're better than this, the like, okay, but I'm not fully on board with, you know, election denialism. The established order is like, John, this is not the first time we've seen a Heil Hitler in celebration of Donald Trump. It's not the second, it's not the third, it's not the 30th. We saw what happened in Charlottesville. We saw Richard Spencer like in a conference room in a hotel heiling Hitler as soon as Trump got elected. And so doing sieg heil and everything, the whole thing, and people standing up and doing the same thing. And it's like, if we can't be honest, and this is the real question, John, is like, what kind of country is this if we have the richest man in the world who has bought the election, who, you know, has his fingers on everything, who leads this, you know, helps lead this movement? What does it mean that we have these Nazi sympathizers in power? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that we've fully been able to wrap our brain around that fact, because it's like, well, if that's true, then what do we do about it? Then
Yeah.
we all have to be fucking Antifa.
Well, and if they'll apologize for that, and if they'll, you know, behind, you know, closed doors cheer for that, what would they not cheer for? If they'll cheer for, you know, pardoning people who tried to murder cops with their bare hands or whatever, then what? Like, so if someone goes in and shoots up CNN's newsroom and Trump pardons them, is that a line too far? Why would that be a line too far? If some sniper takes out Omar and Presley or whatever, like, and Trump's like, no, these are enemies of our nation. They're like, and he pardons them. Why are we assuming that Charlie Kirk has a line? Why are we assuming that Greg Gutfeld has a line? Why would we assume that at this point when they're
Right.
apologizing for this? And I know your audience is tapped in. They know what's going on. So they already know this context, but it's not like this is the first thing that Elon Musk has done that is in this area. Remember, he agreed with that tweet that said Jewish people have a hatred of whites. And he attacked the ADL, which now humiliating. Like, the ADL has totally cucked itself, is now like simping for him.
This
He's
is
the
a
one going around the
delicate
nation.
moment. It is a new day, and so many are on edge. Our politics are inflamed, and social media only adds to the anxiety. It seems Musk made an awkward gesture in a moment of enthusiasm, not a Nazi salute. But again, we appreciate that people are on edge. In this moment, all sides should give one another a bit of grace. Oh yes, except for if you're a student wearing a keffiyeh.
Yes.
Then
Or a
you do
sign
not
Free
deserve any
Palestine.
grace. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, he's going around the world endorsing whatever the closest party to neo-Nazis he can find. He's doing it in Germany. He's doing it in the UK. It's like, that's what he's doing now. This is not context free. We're not idiots. We weren't born yesterday, and we're not floating in the ether of space. Like, we know what he's been doing. We know the point of all of this.
What's going on, Frantifa? If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel right now. Hit that button. And also, you can become a patron and support the show every single week. Get access to bonus episodes and exclusive merchandise. Patreon.com/Bitchuation Room. Do